That what are the priorities people are looking for? First two priorities are the most important. What we've been hearing from customers is automating application and service provisioning. This is one area, whether it's for a new employee or a current employee or a new user, they want to buy new services. This area should be automated. And this can be done with a very good experience. The second is cybersecurity. If you have a phishing attack, or if you have a browser exploit, or if you went to a wrong URL and you downloaded something, you don't need to talk to a security SOC admin. If your security today is not automated, then I think you're way behind the curve. So think of what Amazon, Azure, and Google are doing for their services. Everything is done procured through APIs as a service. There's no human being involved to bring up the systems and services. So if the three major cloud providers can do it, there's no reason this technology cannot be applied through every enterprise out there. These experience from a personalization to this, why are these not available in enterprise? You should be demanding that standard of everybody, including us as a vendor, right? We're all in the same boat. You deserve something better. So if these are available in the consumer, why these are not available in enterprise is a big question to ask. Traditional chatbots are, you know exactly what question. It's a question answer system. So it's like the old phone system. If you press one for this, press two for this, that's how chatbots are. Virtual agent systems are, it can dialogue with you, but it's again, you have to train it manually and do it what you call a supervised rule-based approach. And there may be some AI. Virtual assistants or digital assistants are try to be even more advanced. They try to be more dialogue driven. They try to be more natural language driven. They try to be more unsupervised. So there's a whole spectrum that's happening here. You really want an unsupervised approach. When I say unsupervised, what I mean is the system should learn your workflow environment. It should actually automate your existing workflow. You don't need to even recreate your workflows using your natural language interface. That's where the RPA comes in, right? Take your existing workflows that you defined in multiple places. It could be in ServiceNow catalog, it could be in BMC catalog, it could be CA, it could be HP, whichever workflow that you have, or Salesforce, Zendesk, Oracle, right? The ability to read your existing workflows of ERP systems all the way down to database can be automatable. So the system of record is an old dumb repository. AI will give you what I call system of intelligence. Then comes system of experience. So if you are not employing system of intelligence and system of experience in your own environment, that you're not optimizing your environment for the new experiences. So what these KPIs are showing is, what does your business would like to track? One thing that I've noticed is, number one is time to resolve requests and incidents, right? First of all, its request does not have to be from customer. What about your outages? You may have an outage, you have a major incident. Time to resolve the incident is still the number one that at a C-level business guys care for. Service level agreements. If your service requires you to give money back, SLAs are important to people. Then obviously CSAT, customer satisfaction. Cost saving is still important, right? And this was in before COVID. Now, if you ask me, cost saving has become number one column, right? You want to cut your license cost everywhere. Then comes employee experience, downtime, etc. So I thought these are the KPIs that you would enjoy looking at what people want to optimize on. Now, you may have different ones. You may want to track that separately, but I would say these are the top 5, 6 that we kind of heard from Gartner and other customers.